Hey everyone, and welcome to the Day's Explainer. We are diving straight into one of the most epic and honestly deeply moving stories from ancient mythology. We're talking about the tale of Ahalya. It's an incredible narrative of consequence, divine grace, and just ultimate redemption. It's one of those rare stories that bridges entirely different eras, mixing heartbreaking tragedy with the ultimate restoration of honor. Let's get right into it.
So, right off the bat, you have to ask yourself, why did an innocent person receive such a devastatingly harsh curse? To figure that out, we actually need to travel way back in time. We're going to uncover a massive mystery full of divine deception and, as you'll see, an absolutely unbelievable amount of patience.
Okay, Section 1, Maharishi Gautam and Ahalya. Our journey kicks off in the ultra-peaceful era known as the Satya Yuga, focusing on the great sage Maharishi Gautam and his wife, Ahalya. Now, Ahalya wasn't just your average person. The source texts literally tell us she was uniquely created by Brahma himself, meaning she possessed unparalleled beauty. Together, she and Gautam lived a life completely dedicated to spiritual rituals in their serene, quiet forest ashram.
Moving into Section 2, Indra's deception.
So the fame of Ahalya's unmatched beauty inevitably spread, and it completely captivated Devraj Indra, the king of the gods. And he hatches this incredibly cunning plan. He essentially bides his time, waiting for the exact moment Maharishi Gautam leaves the ashram for his morning bath. Seizing that window of opportunity, Indra actually disguises himself entirely as the great sage to sneak in and deceive Ahalya.
Which brings us to Section 3, Wrath and the Harsh Curse. Almost immediately after this happens, the real Maharishi Gautam returns. And, well, you can't fool a great sage, right? Using his divine vision, he instantly sees right through the illusion. He realizes the massive betrayal that just went down. Absolutely furious, he unleashes a crushing curse right onto the king of the gods, declaring, "Your ego shall be destroyed, and you shall face the consequences of your deeds." It's an immediate, incredibly harsh punishment for pure arrogance.
But here is where the real tragedy strikes Ahalya. The sage pronounces an agonizing fate for her. She is cursed to remain entirely unseen, basically reduced to a lifeless, stone-like state in deep, isolated penance. It's completely devastating. However, and this is a crucial detail, even in his extreme wrath, Gautam grants a tiny glimmer of hope. He gives a prophecy that her salvation will, eventually, arrive.
Let's just look at this timeline for a second, because we really need to grasp the sheer weight of what's happening here. The curse is cast way back in the Satya Yuga. Then, for literal centuries, Ahalya remains completely isolated in a desolate ashram. She's just absorbed in silent penance and the remembrance of God. She waits an unimaginably long time, like a giant pause button was hit on her life, all the way until the arrival of the next great era, the Treta Yuga.
That takes us right into Section 4, Treta Yuga and Shri Ram.
So ages pass by. The ashram remains completely silent until the great sage Viswamitra happens to travel near. And he's not alone. He's bringing two very special youths with him, Ram and Lakshman. Vishwamitra handles this moment perfectly. They reach the barren ashram. He narrates Ahalya's tragic history to Shri Ram. And knowing all about that ancient prophecy Gautam made centuries ago, he formally requests Shri Ram to step inside.
Leading into Section 5, Deliverance and Reunion.
Think about this. Centuries of silent, agonizing waiting all culminate in a single divine touch. The very second the dust from Shri Ram's feet makes contact with Ahalya, that ancient, heavy curse, it's instantly shattered, gone forever.
Instantly, Ahalya's radiant, divine form is totally restored. She immediately bows down, offering deep praises to Shri Ram. The once desolate, depressing ashram is suddenly flooded with this magnificent, brilliant light. I mean, it's such a monumental moment that the gods themselves literally start showering flowers from heaven in sheer celebration.
And beautifully, the story comes full circle with a joyous reunion. Because right at that very moment, Maharishi Gautam returns. Witnessing her ultimate purification, he respectfully and lovingly accepts his wife back. They are finally reunited after ages apart, and together they express their profound gratitude to Shri Ram.
Let's wrap up with Section 6, The Eternal Message. So, what does this all mean for us? Why does this ancient history still matter today? Well, we are left with a pretty stark contrast. On one side, you've got the massive, tragic downfall caused by Indra's ego, absolute proof that arrogance and deceit always lead to suffering. But on the other side, we see the incredible, transformative power of true repentance and divine grace to entirely restore a life.
It really all boils down to this one thought. True repentance and God's grace can purify life once again. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how harsh the fall or how long you've been stuck in a dark place, sincere atonement really can restore our peace, our dignity, and our honor.
Which leaves us with a pretty big question to ponder. In our own moments of darkness, do we actually have the patience to wait for our own redemption? Ahalya waited centuries in silent grace, which is just an incredible reminder of the sheer power of endurance. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today, and keep seeking out the amazing lessons hidden within these timeless stories.